Hi, welcome back to C Programming. I'm Dr. Vasu. In this video, you're going to learn the beautiful looping in C Programming easily. Earlier we have seen them, but in continuation of it, this is the second one. If you want to learn more about C Programming and many other interesting topics, please do subscribe this channel. If you like this lecture, please hit the like button. That will keep me motivated to create more such videos in the future. Now let's jump right into the topic. Let's see the beauty of loops, right? So here, for while, let us compare the loops here. In the for loop, three expressions are taken like this: initialization, condition of the loop, right? And incrementing this one, right? So here the instructions are taken in the loop like this. So this indicates the initialization or the starting of the loop, ending of the loop, and the third one incrementing the parameter. So the program statements comes here. So coming to this expression 1 and 3, that is these two are assignment operators, and the second one, expression 2, is the relational operator. They come like this: expression 1, 2, 3, like this in the for loop. In the while loop, this initialization is done prior to that. So in the while, we give only this relational operator or the condition, testing condition here, expression 2, and the loop. In the loop, the required statements comes here, and the expression 3 also comes in the loop like this. Okay, so coming to this, expression 1 and expression 3 can be omitted depending on our program, right? Now, in the do while loop, the expression 1, again initialization is done prior to the beginning of the do while, and do starts here, and in the loop we get the required statements, and the expression 3, that is incrementing, also comes here within the loop. So, and the parameter, the testing condition, comes after this curly brackets while, right? So the testing is done here. Now, let us take an example. Suppose if you want to print or do something with 100 numbers, starting with this loop will be continued 100 times, because starts with 1, incrementing is done 1, right? And up to 100. So this is statement or instructions will be in the loop for 100 times. So in the while, this initialization is done prior to that. So while the testing condition is given, the loop statements, the increment comes here, whereas the do while, the initialization here, do, and the loop statements comes here. Why the test condition comes in the end, in the do while. Coming to the relational operators, so that expression 2, we will be using less than or greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, or equal to, not equal to. Okay. So sometimes we will be using n less than or equal to, that is 100. This is equivalent to n less than 101. So whether you write n less than or equal to 100 or n less than 101, both will give you the same meaning. And one more precaution you have to take is a less than b plus c. When you write it like this, it means b and c should be considered within a bracket, right? Don't think that a less than b only, this is a separate one, right? B plus c is taken as a whole and is compared with a. That is the relational operator. So here, display 5 numbers starting from 10 downwards in the descending order. So let us see. N and number both are taken here. Number is initialized because we want to start with the 10. number is assigned with 10. So n starts with 1. 5 numbers, we want only 5. That's why up to 5 and equal to 5 also. Incrementing of n and display the number here. Start with the 10 here, right? And the number is lessened by 1 here. Number 10 minus 1, 9. So in the next step, it becomes 9. Close the brackets. And here the loop continues like this 5 times, right? And it displays. Let us see, compile and execute. The program comes like this. Output is 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, like this. So the for loop is operated like this. Same thing, suppose if you want to write in the while loop, it while n less than or equal to 5, we write the condition here directly, right? And number is printed, right? That is, it prints 10 here, 10 minus 1, 9. In the next step, it prints 9. So n is incremented here, right? And the loop is closed. So here, when you compile and execute, the output will be same. We get the same here. But the only thing is we should be careful in writing this conditional operator properly. Next, do while. If you take the same thing, the number and n are initialized, right? Do it starts with, right? Starts executing without even testing the condition. Starts executing. Now the condition is tested while n less than or equal to 5. And if you see, run this, it executes and gives out the same output, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Okay. So coming to the for looping, it generates a series of 10 numbers starting from 101. Let us see how it is written. Suppose I want to print 10 numbers starting from 101. So initially, I have given the first number 101 here. Okay, number is initialized with 101. Now, the loop should be continued for 10 times. Here I started with 0. N is equal to 0. Earlier we started with 1, but now we started with 0. So we should be careful in running this loop. How many times this loop will be continued? N is given not less than or equal to here. It is considered as n less than 10. Means up to 9 only, this will be considered. If it is 10, this comes out of the loop. So what happens? 0 to 9 only, this is considered. The looping is done from 0 to 9. That means 10 times. So here number is printed and incremented. The loop continues for 10 times. And let us see the output. It prints 101, starting from 101. It prints 10 letters up to 110. Okay. Now, another intricacy in this is, suppose I have given n is equal to 0, right? In the we are taking a while here. In the while loop, we have taken n less than 10, right? And the same instructions are given here. And let us run, and it executes. So starts with 101. Initialization is 0 up to 9 only, because the n less than 10 means 9. So 0 to 9, it runs for 10 times, and you get the output here like this. Suppose I want to write n is equal to for loop. I have taken for loop. N is equal to 1. In that case, the loop should be continued 10 times. So n less than or equal to 10 should be taken. Clear? So like this, you get the output like this. Now, suppose I have initialized this number as 100 only. Initially, even though I want to display start with 101, I have taken 100. That means I want to display 101 first. That's why this number is equal to number plus 1. This incrementing of this number is done here itself. Incrementing is done. That means 100 plus 1, 101. So it prints 101, starts printing 101 here. So even though I have taken 100 as the initial number, it starts with displaying with the 101. So where we are taking this assignment number is equal to number plus 1, the place matters. Whether you are taking in the prayer or after this print makes the difference. So we have to be careful. Now compile and execute. It gives the required output 101 to 110. So even though we have taken a initial value as 100, our output is same as the required. So like this, we have to be careful in writing the for, while and do while loops. Okay, so be careful in writing the loops. In the next video, we are going to see the comparison of these 3 loops. Hope you understand the topic. If you have any queries or suggestions, please do comment below. Thank you.